Hello YouTube. This is probably gonna be one of the last, if not the last episode about my CLK500 Mercedes 2005, and pretty much it's sorted. When you just standing still, the transmission on drive, and you can feel the vibration across the whole car. And at first I thought most likely it is the engine mounts. So I purchased two engine mounts plus the transmission mount, and when I did purchase the special key to replace those engine mounts, Mercedes special. And once I was ready to replace the engine mounts, I found that thing you see right now on your screen. So the harmonic balancer or engine crankshaft pulley, whatever you want to call it, that thing has completely deteriorated rubber, insert, whatever you want to call it. So I would assume this is what causing the issue, like vibrating issue. So I decided to replace this one first in order to see if it's gonna fix the vibration. While I'm gonna be working on it, I would like to possibly replace the front seal for the crankshaft, because once this pulley is out, it's pretty much the seal is right there, and new belt and new bolt for the crankshaft pulley, just in case. If I'm not mistaken, you need to replace it every time when you replace the crankshaft pulley. And the thing is, with those crankshaft pulleys, well, at least in Mercedes, you need to hold the crankshaft from turning when you trying to remove this bolt. To use the special tool from Mercedes or from third-party companies that kind of got like three prongs, and they goes into those holes, and it's got like the handle. So pretty much, and there is a circle as well for you to put this socket onto this bolt when it's there. So you're holding that pulley using this tool, and you trying to unscrew this bolt. And I'll try to make my own tool, which is little different. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but at least it requires some welding. I want to weld and we'll see how it goes, if it's gonna be strong enough to hold it. If not, I'm gonna need to purchase the this special tool. And I wanted to purchase like the square profile metal, and my local Lowe's store had only like thin metal, thin profile metal, square shape, tube. And I thought it would be too flimsy to hold that much torque. So I purchased two, I'm not sure, this is like 3/8, two squares. So I'm gonna try to weld them together into the square thing, and then I'm gonna weld couple fingers, if you would like. That's gonna, one finger gonna go there, and one is gonna be on that side, and hopefully, if it's not break, it's gonna help us to unscrew this bolt. Stay tuned. So this is kind of the thing that theoretically supposed to hold the pulley. I'm not sure about the welding right here. By the way, right in here the welding is not so bad, but for those guys, shortly we'll find out if it's gonna be enough to hold it. Alright, let's remove the pen. It's gonna be pretty tight fit. I don't know yet if I'm gonna need to remove the fan for the radiator. Most likely yes, but I'll try to do it first without removal. So the deal is, let me see if I'm gonna be able to. So I'm gonna install this thing right just like that. One gonna go into the hole, and we'll see if it's maybe I'm gonna need to shorten the lower pin because it's already got pushed into the motor or engine housing, so I need to shave around half an inch of the lower pin. Okay, little update. I removed the cooling fan because it was too tight in there, to do anything. I'm gonna remove the old belt by releasing this tension pulley, this one, and I'll make a picture of how the belt is being positioned, so I don't need to play like a Tetris or Lego after I am done. Alright, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but the old belt is pretty torn. There are some cracks around, so it's a good time to replace it. And now I have pretty good access to the pulley, except this little hose, but I think we can make it. Alright, I'll try to crank it loose. Okay, the first attempt is fail. You can see it bent the first pin or whatever you want to call it, and the how it goes, the weld came loose. So what I'm thinking to do, I'm probably gonna try, for the sake of science, to make two of those together, so it's gonna be double of that, because it still can fit into the hole in the pulley, and we'll see if it's gonna help. Okay, on the second attempt it looks like I succeeded. So can you see this thing? This nut was the bitch to unscrew. So this I don't know, it's like probably 22, maybe 24 bar. So this bar was actually making a curve. This is how hard I was pushing it, but right now the nut is loose, and I'm gonna use the ratchet now to undo the bolt. Actually, I probably can do it with my fingers. It's already, yeah. Yoo-hoo! One, and take a look on my piece of art, if I'll be able to get it out from here. This is the official approved wrench for Mercedes pulley removal. So I made those double, and it looks like my welding did hold up pretty good, even with a single piece in the bottom. You can see I welded twice because the first time it came off, but somehow the other time it did the trick. So now the question is if the pulley gonna come. Actually, it's, yeah, I can. It's not tight at all. I probably gonna need to, oh, it's coming off. Opa. All right. Okay, that's the condition of the pulley, and you see the rubber that came off the other side, and it already chewed by the, you know, the engine or whatever. So let's maybe, I'm not sure what's the best position to look at that, but from the bottom, from the top, probably doesn't matter. Let me check what kind of seal I do have, if it's gonna fit. It looks like it's the correct one, so let me remove that one, the old one, and I'm gonna install back the new one. Alright, I just replaced the front seal, and I'm gonna apply some blue Loctite on the bolt, and I'm using the new bolt. Usually it's a good idea to replace the bolt when you replace the harmonic balancer, so we'll see how it's gonna go. I'm gonna need to lower the car down to use this magic tool again. So right now it's 150 foot-pounds. Let me make a mark, and I need to rotate it another 90 degrees from here. Okay, let's make a mark in here. Pretty much I don't need a torque wrench right now, because I know how far away I need to make a mark. Okay, the weakest point in my construction just failed, the lower thing, so I guess I need to re-weld the same thing again, maybe make it double, as here, and I need to rotate it another from 45 to 50 degrees. Alright, I decided to stay with a single pin thing in the bottom because what I think that my welding right now, it's much better than, you know, for the previous version of the lower pin, and I'll see if it's gonna do the trick. So once again I need to rotate the bolt another like 45-ish degrees or 50 degrees maybe. It's pretty hard to do with that 22, 24 inch breaker bar. It's simply well, so far my tool is holding up, but I don't have enough force, and I don't have any like cheater tube or cheater bar. I'm afraid that this breaker bar gonna break on me. It's gonna be the disaster then. And I do not have, hold on, maybe I got an idea. Hydraulic jack pipe comes to the rescue. Alright, let's check it out if it's gonna do the trick. I'm afraid this is it. Okay, that's probably another, 40 degrees or so, but I don't want like disaster to happen. And when I say the disaster, the extension just broke. I think it should be enough. Wow, it's freaking loud. Okay, looks like it's time to put the the belt in place and call it a day. Alright, just to conclude what we did today and kinda yesterday, we removed and replaced this faulty harmonic balancer of 2005 CLK500 with the M113 engine and the front crankshaft seal. So this one is not like a rubber anymore, it's like a plastic now, like very hard. So I would assume the rear seal is in about the same condition. So sooner or later it needs to be replaced as well. We torque the bolt, we replace the belt, and I'm gonna put new antifreeze, Mercedes original, because I did disconnect the pipes to remove the fan, because they are on the way, at least in this particular engine 113. Probably if you have 112 6-cylinder, it's shorter, so you got more space to kind of remove the fan, but not in that one. It just doesn't let the fan in this like right corner. So this is it. One note. So this is what came with the pulley or harmonic balancer. It says do not lubricate when installing, I guess, for some reason. And after it's installed, wait 4 hours. I don't know why, probably so the rubber kind of takes its place. So I'm gonna let it sit for a couple more hours, because it's been like an hour or so after we did install it. That's something new to me, so I didn't know I cannot use, or I cannot start the car right away after the seal is replaced. And hopefully this vibration gonna be gone. Otherwise I'm gonna need to replace those two engine mounts as well. Like I told you, I already got it. I got this freaking wrench to remove the mounts, because you cannot get the access without that wrench. Right there you can see it, and and this is how the wrench looks like. If they do not need to be replaced, if the vibration is gone, I'm gonna leave those. If the vibration is still there, I'm gonna replace it. It's gonna be a fun one. Thank you guys for watching. So once again, this is 2005 CLK500 W209 Mercedes, and hopefully this is the end of the sorting out. Thank you for looking. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.